Good morning, everybody. Rodney here. Hope everybody is doing well. I'm going to go ahead and bring folks in so they don't have to wait. But while I'm doing that, I'm going to say hello to Tej. Good morning, brother. And Scott, who just popped up on the screen. We got Dominic in the house and Alex Escardo. Good morning. So that's everybody so far. So Peter's not going to be able to make it this morning.
Yep, I saw that.
So you're all on your own.
Yep.
Dominic. Unless of course Matt happens to pop in.
That's all right.
So
we'll get there.
Anyway, so what have you done today, Dominic?
I went to my football and we had a win.
All right.
And I shouted my lungs out, so my voice is a little bit scratchy.
Gotcha.
So Dominic, is that rugby or is that round ball?
AFL football. Hi, Paul. AFL football. Murray. Shit, how do I explain that? It uses the same sort of ball, similar oval ball to rugby, but it's like aerial ping pong. We just push the ball forward or kick the ball forward, and there's no offside. So it's a very interesting game. So
yeah, I've watched a little bit of it. It does seem to be interesting.
Yeah.
Johnny Joan Flyer, good morning. Paul Murray, good morning. Alex Escardo, good morning. And I think Tej is out there somewhere. Mela, good morning. Mr. Skyfly, good morning.
So Rodney, I really am supposed to be covering up ditches. I got most of them done, but that's why. And the sun's coming up. That's what I'm trying to beat. Quick note though, I am going to try to go to Minefield. You know, I'll be honest. One of the reasons that really intrigues me, I know you and Brad are going, and man, I always love to hang out with you guys.
Oh yeah, we love hanging out with you too, Scott. So anyway, Wedge and Big, good morning. So, but yeah, I hope you can make it, Paul.
We'll see, because we got so many projects going on here, and it all depends on where we are with our projects, whether we got some downtime or not. But man, we're getting a lot done right now, so it's
good deal.
We got power at least to the she shed, and we got power run over to the barn, but we just don't have it live yet. So
okay,
probably get that done next week or two.
Cool. Lance, good morning. So, well, it sounds like you're making a lot of progress on your homestead there.
Yeah, it's going to be nice when we get done. I tell you, me and my wife, we're ready to get done too, because we're still relatively young. But let me tell you what, we're definitely this go round, we're definitely feeling things, and it's like, yeah, we don't think we have many more in us to do this kind of stuff. Of course, we got one more big project. We plan on building a house here too. So,
I thought you already did build a house.
We have a cabin in the woods, but it's not real big. If anything's wrong with it, is the kitchen's pretty small and it's not that great. So a house is definitely coming.
Gotcha. Well, it does look. I mean, you have made a lot of progress this year.
Yeah, we did. She's been cracking the whip. She said she wanted to have everything done by the end of the year. I think reality has set in a little bit, but we've got a lot done though. So,
yeah, good deal. East Coast Thrill wants to know if you have a giant generator there.
We do have a generator, but that's storm related. You know, I mean, I've been through enough storms to know, you know, you got that generator I can throw in the back of the truck and go get gas or whatever. So, and I've had to, you know, I've had to cross that creek to get the generator to take it down to Tallahassee to keep things going down there too. So, I came up here one time, we had a flash flood and the creek was so high and rushing so hard, I couldn't get to the other side to get it. And I had to spend the night here and wait for the creek to settle down.
Wow. Hey, I want to say good morning to Mr. Skyfly, East Coast Thrills, Lance Cadena, and I think that's everybody now. So
Get Dusty. East Coast, yeah, you said East Coast.
East Coast Thrill, yeah, that's Dusty. Mr. Skyfly, I believe, is Joel, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So everybody in the chat, you'll have to forgive me if I have a hard time struggling with the names because I always have. And when I was an instructor in the Navy, that was always a problem. But I'll eventually get your names down. So my apologies.
Yeah, I don't have a Generac. I know a lot of people put those things in, and I think they're great. But you know, you do have to maintain them, and I think they have them where they crank up on their own every now and then. But
yeah, they actually do have them where if the power drops out, they automatically kick in.
But I also think they run periodically just to keep themselves exercised, because if you have anything just sit still for a long, long time, when you do need it, you find out it doesn't work.
Yeah,
So,
that makes
I think
sense.
Generac has really thought it through. I think they've done a great job.
Oh yeah, I think they're probably the best there is. USA Drone Flyer, Captain Joe. Good morning, Semper Fi, brother.
Yeah.
You know, power has really, really gotten very, very reliable. You know, I've always kind of lived in the country, and it used to be as soon as we got a thunderstorm, we were going to lose power for 2 to 3 hours. And you just got used to it. You knew, okay, when this happened, you just sat back and waited. But now I can hardly remember when the power does go out. The only time it really does go out is when we have these major events. And then, you know, that's because the transmission lines have been knocked down and they just have to work on it. So,
yeah. So I saw an interesting video, Lance, that Bob posted. You guys were at some place, Blue Skies droning or something like that. That was an interesting video. Hoorah, get some. Yeah, I have 2 generators. One belongs to my stepdaughter and the other one belongs to me, and I need to replace the gas tanks in both of them. So, and then what we're going to do is we're going to start exercising them at least once a month. So, oh God, he's here. Love you, Dennis.
Love you too, Rodney.
But anyway, hey man, I want to tell you, Dennis, good job on Young Man. I know you messed it up, but that's got to be a difficult song to sing.
Well, that middle 8 or that reprise, whatever that section is called, I don't know why I can't keep that straight in my head. So many things I can't keep straight in my head. That's just one of them.
Yeah. And I hope you find some chords for The Watchman's Gone. Though I got a funny feeling that would be hard to do on a ukulele. So,
Dennis, I'm just amazed at what you do. I mean, you sit there, we throw all kinds of songs at you, and you just sit there and hit them all. It's just amazing to me. It's
no, I don't. Maybe half, maybe. But
it doesn't matter. It's just incredible.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Warren wants to know if anybody wants to volunteer to walk his dog in the nude.
Does it have to be in the nude?
I wouldn't volunteer to do that because the dog would run off after he saw me.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna have Warren on my show. It's coming soon. I'm trying to get things set up and worked out.
Look, I think I have a theory about Warren. I think Warren is a fictitious character.
Okay.
And
so who flies that drone over that property in Ohio? I think it's Ohio.
Well, I can tell you, Rodney, he's not fake, and I know it.
Oh, I know he's not fake, but that seems to be the running joke, though.
Okay.
Yeah. He doesn't really exist.
Yeah.
Joan Saki, Charlie, good morning.
Hi.
So if you search for the chords for that, you find a guitar noise has which is kind of apparently a blog, mentions what chords he uses in that song, but that's it. That doesn't help me because I can't put that all together like that. Probably helps somebody who is a musician. But other than that, you find, just Gordon Lightfoot chords, and they don't mention that song. So
is that right?
There are some. Chordify is usually hard for me to follow, but Chordify might have it, it looks like. So anyway.
It's not one of his more popular songs.
Yeah, I don't think I'd heard it until you mentioned it.
But I watched a video about him that was done. It's a guy who does rock and roll history, and he did about a 30-minute video on Gordon Lightfoot, and he was explaining how the song Sundown came around.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
And it was interesting because the song he was at this farm that he either rented or he owned. I don't remember what the guy said, but his girlfriend at the time had wanted to go into town and go drinking with their friends, and Gordon didn't want to go because he was in a creative mood. So as he was creating these songs, he got to thinking about what his girlfriend was doing. And he looked out the window and saw the sun the sun shining on his basically doorstep, and then it's sundown, right? And that's how the song came to be.
Interesting.
And it was basically his jealousy that was creating the song.
Right. Yeah.
So, but I thought that was pretty interesting.
That is interesting. A lot of songs you wonder where they came from. The what's that song? How long has this been going on? It's not what's going on by Marvin Gaye, but how long has this been going on? All your friends with their fancy persuasions won't admit that it's part of the game. Anyway, that song, although it sounds like it's about a lover that's found another lover.
Look what a Kirishner award. He goes, Rodney Bell, Jack Rabbit, Vincent TV, Northside Huck. I've never met any of you. I think you all are all AI.
Well, we may be AI experiments, but we're not professional AI, that's for sure.
No doubt about that.
But the idea behind the song was that there was a band member in this guy's band, and he was actually experimenting with other bands. And the writer wrote, "How long have you been fooling around with these other bands?" And that's You think it's about a lover fooling around, but what it's really about is a band member that's been,
Okay.
Yeah, you know, and the song 25 or 6 to 4.
Mm.
yeah, that one, yeah.
Chicago.
There's
That-
a meaning behind that.
That was Chicago. There's a story behind that the writer of it was writing songs, and he came on this block, and he was sitting there, and he had been up all night, and then these words came to him, that this words to 25 or 6 to 4, and that's how that came to be. Chris
I would
Hope.
check my source
Good
if
morning.
I were him.
Huh?
So,
25 or 624. Now, what does that mean?
Well, let me look it up again.
I'll be right back. Why are you doing that?
it's pretty late at night or early in the morning.
It's a great song. It is. I just wish I understood what it meant.
Yeah, okay. It says the band first rehearsed the song at the Whiskey A Go Go. Lamb said the song is about trying to write a song in the middle of the night. The song's title is the time at which the song is set, 25 or 26 minutes before 4. Phrased as 25
Oh, 25 or 6.
or 6 to 4 o'clock. So the way they term it is it's phrased as 25
34.
or 26 to 4 o'clock.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
All right, I postponed it long enough. I got to go to work. I'll see you guys later.
No worries.
Thanks
All
for
right,
showing up,
guys,
Scott.
you have a good one.
It's always good hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
Get
Don't work too
Caroline's
hard
ditches
digging
better.
those ditches or covering those ditches.
All right.
See ya.
Chris Hope, good morning. 5 o'clock somewhere. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dusty says I was watching a video on how Dire Straits made money for nothing. The lead singer was in the back of it, TV microwave place, and the employee was saying the words that are in this song.
Yeah, so Mark Knopfler said, somebody get me a pencil quick. You know, and he,
Yeah.
yeah, that's I've heard that story myself.
Yeah.
It's interesting if you look up songs and stuff,
Yeah,
and look up what they're supposed, how they came to be.
right.
It's usually pretty interesting. You know, like Inagata Devita.
Yeah.
The actual words was in the Garden of Eden.
But they were singing it really
heard that
fast.
that's the case.
Yeah.
The guy was too stoned to
Yeah.
articulate the
It was
words.
stoned and
Yeah.
it was singing really fast. So it stuck.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. You know, they at that time their lead guitarist was 17 years old.
Mm.
Is that right? I didn't know that.
He was. Yeah, I don't remember his name, but he was a 17-year-old kid. I remember that being the case when it was. And I think if you look it up, I've not done it. I think you'll find it 17 minutes and 4 seconds long. I don't know why I remember
Very
that.
long song, I must say.
Inagata,
I think it's 1704.
yeah, I had the album. It's definitely 17 minutes and some.
Yeah, but I wonder if that sum is actually 4, or if I just misremember it.
Let's see what else. What other song can we look up?
1705. Shucks.
Close enough. Shucks. You're 1 second out.
Missed it by that much.
So most of us all knows the song "Hey Jude," right, by the Beatles.
Yeah.
Okay, the ballad evolved from "Hey Jules,"
Mhm.
Jules, a
Mhm.
song McCartney wrote to comfort John Lennon's young son Julian
Yep.
after Lennon had left his wife for the Japanese artist Yoko Ono.
Right. He said, but Jules was a bit of a mouthful, so I changed it to Jude. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Let's see. What's another song? Let's see. How about it? What is the meaning of everyday people? Okay. So most everybody knows that one. I think you've even sang it a couple of times. Everyday people.
I did today.
Yeah,
Flying a
actually, you
family
did.
stone. That's right.
Sly Stone's pleas for peace and equality between differing races and social groups. That's. Oh, wait a minute. But that's probably its purpose. It doesn't really say anything about who.
How it came to be.
Yeah.
Mm.
Let me look at Wikipedia here real quick. Where the song is one of Sly Stone's pleas for peace and equality between different singers. Yeah, it's one of those songs we always refer to as protest songs.
Eve of Destruction.
Yep.
Yeah, Barry McGuire.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite songs too.
Yeah, me too.
You know, I keep saying, "Oh man, that's my favorite song." I have so many favorite songs. It's pitiful.
Yeah.
It's pitiful, man. I mean,
Songs are they almost have lives of their own.
Yeah. Totally. There's always a couple of great songs that you just sit there and listen to the words and just get lost in the rhythm of the discussion in them.
yeah. There's a lot of songs. I listen to the songs just for the music itself, and really don't pay much attention to the words. And then sometimes the words will come into focus, you could say, and you know, and then it kind of all makes sense.
Cows with Guns. There you go. Great
Cows with Guns.
Well, there's the song "Time" by Pink Floyd, where you just sit
I
there.
was thinking of that same thing. That is a heavy song. That is deep.
But you listen to the words, and
Yeah.
then the next time you listen to it, you listen to the guitar solo, which is halfway through the song, and you just get lost in the beauty of David Gilmour's guitar solo.
Exactly right. Yeah.
It's just mind opening.
And then at the end of it, and you run to catch up with the sun, but it's just racing around to come up behind you again.
Yeah.
Time is the same in the relative way, but you're older.
Yeah.
Cab Joe says my parents would ask me what the heck was the trash I was listening to when Iron Butterfly was on. my mom would say almost the same thing. What is that trash you're listening to? But she did that on other songs as well.
Yeah. No way, just pick it.
Yeah, Inagata DeVito was just an amazing song.
Yeah.
And then that drum solo was crazy.
Yeah. Well, all the solos in that were good.
I must say that it has to be one of my favorite songs. Just the words you just listen to the words, and you're just absolutely lost.
Right.
You get lost in the words, and you think, yeah, especially where he's tired of lying in the sunshine, staying home to watch the rain, and you were young, and life was long, and there is time to build today. And
Look,
then one
he's
day
here.
you find 10 years have got behind you. No one told you when to run. You missed the starting gun. That speaks volumes to me. It's like a motto.
Oh yeah.
Johnny,
Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Hey, me.
looks
Morning,
like
Johnny.
you're on the road. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. He's gone through a tunnel.
Oh,
There he is.
that's all right.
There he is.
No tunnel, no tunnel, no tunnel.
So it looks like you're on the road. You heading over to Captain Joe's?
Now, I'm actually going his way. I'm going to Sam's, which is right by his house.
Oh, okay.
We're not going to fly.
Eric Rose, good morning.
Good evening.
How's
Morning.
everybody doing?
Yeah, we're hanging in there.
I hear y'all talking about songs. Yeah, there you go, Song Nation.
So what's some of your favorite songs, Johnny?
One of my favorite songs is Desperado by the Eagles.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Come down from your fences.
Yep, I love that song.
Dusty says to FPV through Sam's.
What now?
So, Dusty is saying to FPV through Sam's.
Oh, yeah. That'd be cool. I'm sure the Mandeville Police Department would like that.
867-5309.
Yes.
Bathroom wall. That was a good one too.
That's Warren's phone number.
Yeah.
You can get in touch with Warren there.
Joan Tyke says, "Happy birthday still warms my heart."
Yeah, that's another good one, Alex. In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins.
Yeah, that's a good one.
At so many different times and tried to decipher it to really get an understanding of the whole thing, and it just
Phil Collins.
That song fascinates me.
Said he'd gotten a new echo machine and he was just trying things. He was just saying things and hearing them echo, and then he'd say something else and heard it echo, and that's what the song came from. He said it had
really.
All you got to do is go, Alexa, play In the Air Tonight. Seeing somebody's Alexa's gonna kick on.
It's spinning blue, but it's not going to do anything.
Well, if we were in my living room, she'd start singing right now.
I feel your fingers, something's in my hair tonight.
Speaking of Alexa, we were watching TV and somebody said something about the weather, and Alexa gave us the weather for Colonial Beach.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, for no reason that I can fathom, she'll just start spouting about something. You know, it's just, I say she, that stupid device, will start spouting about something, nothing to do with our conversation, whatever. Just goes on and on and on.
John, Flying Flynn Media, good morning.
John.
Welcome to the chat. Steve Knowles, good morning. Let's see, is Eric Rose, good morning. Trying to make sure I got
Rodney, you
everybody.
doing some flying this morning? You gonna fly this morning, Rodney?
No, not this morning. I'll probably do some flying tomorrow before church, but
Gotcha.
I won't be flying for a while. They have the forecast is that the rain will be on and off for the next really 6 days.
Yeah, it kind of shows that here, but it's actually the sun's out this morning, nice and pretty. So
It rained really hard. As a matter of fact, I wondered how much rain we got.
oh yeah,
We got 3/4 of an inch this morning. It rained really hard, and then I think it's good when you get now.
That reminds me. Myra shared something with me
Oh yeah.
that I want to share.
I don't know how they must have a special button on that. It looked like a what's that big who was the big competition? Unique. They had a 6 prop. What was the name of that? Was that Typhoon H? Is that what I'm thinking of? I think that looks like a Typhoon H.
Yeah, you're right. It does. I
It looks
had
like
it
it
up.
has six props.
I had it up here and somehow messed it
I can
up.
send it to you if you want.
Oh no, I've got it. I just need to. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and share it as it is. Now I'll try and see, and then anyway, here it is.
What the hell?
It looks like a parachute or something. They're burning it off of a
Power
Yeah,
line.
what is that?
power line. Yeah.
You're right. It does. That is something caught on the power lines, and they're burning it off.
But I don't know how they avoided, or maybe they didn't avoid melting that insulation around the power line. They could be creating more problem than they're solving.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's
Crazy.
that's something that I would never expect to see. A drone with a flamethrower. Now that could be a terror.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, wow. That's all we need if people start doing that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Anyway, Myra, if you're in the chats, thanks for sharing that.
Oh yeah, and if you know what that is, if that's a parachute or something else, I think it's a parachute, but it may be way too big for that.
Then the corn goes up in flames. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
stopped the video when the you can see that there is a lot of flame around that corn, but whether it actually goes up or not, I'm not sure.
Wonder how Michael and Sergio and all them are having a FPV
that's
Palooza today.
That's right. That's this weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, it started I say they kind of met last night, and then today, I guess they're probably flying right about now.
Yeah. I think I may try and go to that next year.
Where is that? New York?
Michigan. I think it's Michigan.
So Elgin, no, they're in Elgin, Illinois this year by Chicago.
Oh, it's in Illinois this year. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they might. Yeah, Elgin. Yeah, where Mike and Sergio live. It's about I think an hour south of Chicago.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought for some reason I thought they lived in Michigan, but
last year they live in Elgin, Illinois. But I think last year they did it in Wisconsin, up there maybe by Troy. Yeah. I think Troy and them did it. So in the first year, I'm not sure where, but this is actually the third year.
Yeah. Warren, you have a good day, brother.
Yeah, you have a good day, Warren. I'm sorry I didn't volunteer. But your neighbors are grateful.
I know you can't see it. He says, "See you guys later." The dog really does have to go, and I'm already nude. That was for your benefit, Johnny.
Yeah. Hey, well, thanks for that mental picture there.
Well, over the past couple
Where
of
did
months,
Mr. Scott go? Scott's working?
Yeah, he's covering ditches.
Covering ditches today.
Yeah, he He might be watching his wife cover the ditch. I don't know what he's doing. You know.
It's a poor job that can't afford a supervisor, Johnny.
Yeah, I hear you.
Hey, Chris Hope. Somebody was asking if you were going to be
Mr.
making it
Hope.
to Minefield this year, Chris, and you said you were, and somebody spoke for you saying that you were working on it. Do you know if you're going to be at Minefield, Chris?
Yeah, that was me that was actually asking.
I know that you who
Oh.
asked, and then someone said that Chris
Yeah,
was working on it.
there was a couple of people well, Scott said he was going, but I can't remember who the other guy was. It Philip? Oh, John.
Philip will be there, I'm sure.
Johnny.
He says he will be there. All right.
Cool.
That is cool.
It's even more reason I regret not being there.
Uh-huh.
I got your package, Chris. Chris sent a care package to deliver to Matt.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
Chris said, "Thanks for being my mule." And I said, "Well, that's better than what your alternative name for the mule."
Oh, I was that what that picture was in the chat?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I had meant to send that picture. I had meant to send that picture only to Chris, but sorry, I put it in the Cool Kids chat instead.
Yeah. And I think you apologized for that, but
Yeah.
Chris will probably never send you anything again anyway,
Probably.
because you made a mistake. Hey, nice cup.
You like that?
It's amazing how well your cup is held up.
It's
I
not
see
perfect, but it's quite good.
you're missing two of the neutrons
Yeah.
in the center there, but and an L. But
And
yeah,
an L,
it's
yeah.
held up pretty well.
Most of an L. What, the L?
Ben Cartwright, good morning. What's all
Ben.
this
Hey,
about
Ben Cartwright.
nudity? Is it mandatory or just recommended? Yeah, probably just recommended.
Yeah,
So.
it's clearly not mandatory because
Yeah, clearly.
I'm here.
Yeah, I'm not exactly. Anyway. Oh my goodness. I need more room. What I need to do.
You were talking about great lyrics, Dominic. One of my favorite lines that I ran into recently is I love that line. Jim Steinman, I think, was the author of those Meatloaf songs, a lot of them. And he says, "You've been cold to me so long, I'm crying icicles instead of tears." I love that line.
That's a good line.
It is. Just real imagination.
Oh, let's see here. I just got a post from Michael Toto, the Fly Zone FPV.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I'm going to share it. Maybe. I'm not sure who this is flying, but oh, Twisted Skies ripping some packs. I guess that's who that guy is. I don't think I've ever met him.
Hi, Frank.
Frank, Jody, good morning.
Hey, Jody. Frank Rizzo, is it?
Yeah, that's his alias.
There we are. Now I'm caught up. Now I have the chat in front of me.
David, AZ Drone Dude, good morning.
David.
Man, let's know what you're doing today, Dennis.
I'm going to rest. I stayed up too late last night. Got up too early this morning. So
Yeah.
there was no reason for me to stay up.
Hi. Copper State Aerial.
Copper State Aerial, Michael, good morning.
I wasn't partying or anything. But I don't have any plans. This, because of the rain, it kind of throws a damper in things. Oh, I know what. This is exciting. I'll make hummingbird water.
Hummingbird. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Got to do a video on how to do that, Dennis.
Yeah, that'll last about 10 seconds. Quarter cup of sugar, cup of water, microwave. That's it.
Well, I'm sure you could stretch it out to at least 2 minutes. Michael says he set his alarm, not.
I set my alarm for 5:10, I think, but I was up at 4:10.
Wow.
You know, I don't even bother to set my alarm anymore. I get up almost every night. I wake up between midnight and 1 and between 2 and 3. If I go back to sleep at when I wake up at 1.
Well, sure as shooting, if I didn't set my alarm, I wouldn't wake. I'd wake late. So,
Well,
but I don't need it. I mean, I haven't needed it in a long time.
Yeah. Well, once upon a time, I would set 2 alarms.
Really?
Roland.
Yeah, because hey, Ruland's in the house. Good morning,
Hey,
Ruland.
Ruland. Haven't seen you in ages and ages.
Mm.
So, but yeah, the one time I got into trouble when I was in the service was because I had overslept my alarm.
Mm.
So after that, I always set 2 alarms. I went out and bought another clock. Both of them, the Big Ben clocks. Remember those?
Yeah.
And I'd buy those, and I had 2 of them, and I'd set them for 5 minutes apart, and that usually got me up.
I've
Ron,
been to Big Ben and it didn't.
Morning.
what were you saying, Dennis?
I've been to Big Ben and it didn't look anything like those clocks.
I know it. I think it was all a lie, but
I think so too. Somebody stole the name. How are you, Ron?
Good, sir. How are you?
Good, thanks.
what's that on your wall behind you there?
A bobcat.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
That is the one.
Are you sure his name's Bob?
Well, you know what?
He wants to be known as Robert by now.
Why not call him that? I've got a name for every other critter in here.
yeah, you do. Yeah. Was it Matthew?
Victor.
Elvis. Victor.
Yeah. No, and then there's Michael and Andrew in the bedroom.
And what's the bear's name?
Brutus.
Brutus.
Brutus the bear.
B-Rad.
Hey,
B-Rad
Brad.
in the house.
Right.
So how you doing, Ron?
A little tired. Thank God I'm about 95% done with my landscaping job.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but it's been about a month project of hauling boulders. I built 2 big giant flower boxes out of landscape logs.
I remember you showing us that.
Yeah. Let's see.
4 weeks to Alaska, Ron.
Yeah.
Yay.
My body's still here, but my mind has already left.
Yeah. Mine left long ago.
Here is. This is what the front of the house used to look like. But it had a previous owner had like railroad ties.
Right.
Right.
And here's the back side of it, which looked even worse. This is on the downhill side of it.
Oh yeah.
But now you can actually walk you outside and turn my camera around. Oops.
We get a tour.
All right.
You get a nickel tour if I can figure out how to turn the camera around. There's a way. Here we go. Settings. And back camera. There we go. Whoop. So, it's going to be probably too bright with the sun, but I brought in all this stuff here.
Wow, that looks nice.
Built these steps out of the landscape logs.
Wow. What a shame.
And then there's a 2-person wooden bench that's going to go right here. That belonged to my friend Don. And that'll go here, and I'm getting a plaque made in his honor. And then I did the other side here. I just finished this up yesterday. I got one more tree to plant, but so yeah, getting there.
Nice.
Yeah, beautiful.
A lot of physical labor. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I imagine hauling those rocks wasn't any fun.
No.
So what you got right there? Is that?
Oh, I haven't got the camera turned around.
Well, yeah, but what's it pointing at there? There's like a cloth with something on it.
Oh, but that's just the backside or the living room.
No. See the brown, and it looks like it's got rocks and stuff on it right in front of the camera.
Oh, it's just some change.
Oh. Okay, well, hey, it looked interesting.
There we go. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. In fact, I got my Pelican box sitting here. I got to go to the post office today and get it shipped up to Alaska. It has some fishing stuff, bear spray, some rain gear, stuff I don't want to put in a suitcase. And then I send it up to the hotel in Petersburg. And then I use the Pelican box for my camera gear on the boat because it's raining quite frequently. And God forbid if the boat gets overturned, at least the Pelican box will float and it's waterproof.
Yeah.
So, other than that, that's about it. Anything new with you guys or?
No, it's been pretty hot back here in Virginia.
Yeah, same problem here.
Yeah.
Have the humidity. We had a week or so ago it was 105.
Wow.
Yeah. People think it don't get hot in Wyoming. It gets hot in Wyoming.
Oh yeah.
I imagine it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
People say, yeah, but it's such a dry heat.
Yeah.
And up knows also dry heat.
I think that's why people move to Arizona, because it's dry heat.
Yeah.
Of course, we got Copper State Aerial and AZ Drone Dude are both in Arizona.
That's right.
And they're talking about that now. Is this for sure, Mike? It's too damn hot to do anything. I go to Gilbert a lot, shopping in a few stores there.
I think I've been to
You know,
Gilbert.
I heard Mike had to move to Arizona so that his channel name Copper State Aerial would be right.
That sounds about right. We had 114 yesterday. Oh my goodness. And it's supposed to be up to 116 today. That is hot.
Woo.
Dry or not, that's hot.
I was in Phoenix once, and one of the baggage guys outside had a thermal gun, and he was taking the temperatures of the heat, eliminating up off the concrete. It was something like 140 degrees.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah, I got in my truck the other day and it was 105.
Yeah.
Of course, it cooled down about 10 degrees once I hit the road. So
It's supposed to be in the 80s today. It's funny, Rodney. I see your cat, and it reminds me of a story a couple weeks ago. There was a bird's nest in my yard up in the tree, and baby bird, I don't know whether he fell out or mama kicked him out, but he was flopping around down in the yard, and he kept going out on the road, and I spent half my day getting him off the road, so he wouldn't get run over. Well, then the neighbor's cat came over and got him.
oh,
That was
no.
a poor decision, because not only did mama come, but she brought reinforcement.
Uh-oh.
There were 4 birds on this cat. He did not fare well.
Wow.
I mean, it was like an A10 warthog there coming in and attacking him. It was kind of cool to watch. He was tumbling out here in the street. I'm like, dude, you shouldn't have done that.
Probably a bad thing to do. Yep.
How they say, win or play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Yeah, they actually, I saw blood. They were like pecking at him.
Wow. They were out for revenge, huh?
Away, but
I guess so.
he was not feeling well after all that. And I wasn't going out there to help him.
I met to show a little earlier. There was a raccoon that was attacking one of our bird feeders.
Oh,
That
they love
knocked it out of the tree. Stupid bird, or not bird, a raccoon. But I was going to show it, and then we got to talking and forgot all about it. He's gone now, though. But he chased the ducks off.
cayenne pepper. Used that on a squirrel once.
Did you?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, we actually, I was living with my friend's mom, and she loved her birds, and she kept complaining about this squirrel. It kept coming up and stealing all the bird seed. So we got a little olive oil, mixed some cayenne pepper in there. That squirrel came in one day, and all of a sudden he went jumping and flying off of there. Never saw him again. Never came back.
I'm going to have to remember that.
Yeah. Like, I ain't coming here to eat anymore.
Copper State says the A-10 was his favorite plane.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Mike, did you work on A-10s when you were in the Air Force? My favorite airplane in the military was the F-14.
Mm.
Back when they were the bird of choice, at least for the Navy. A-10s are pretty cool, though. I've seen those being demonstrated, man.
I seen them up close during 9/11. It was about 2 weeks good 2 weeks or plus that before we were allowed to fly medevac again. And we were on a mission coming out of southern New Jersey, bringing a patient up to Center City, Philadelphia, and got all the special clearance from the ATC. And we come up and we land at this hospital. It's called Thomas Jefferson. They were a big trauma center. And anyhow, deliver the patient. We come out, we get in. And at the time, they gave you a special squawk code to put in your aircraft, and that's the one you kept. And pilot started up, picked up, started to depart, and air traffic control come on the radio and said, they said, 649 Mike's here, you do not have permission to depart. And I said, well, we got the still same squawk code, and we're heading west back to our home, which they knew where we took off from anyhow. They said, you do not have permission to depart. You can return to the hospital, or you can risk being shot down.
Whoa.
Pilot, and I said, do you mind turning around? Oh, yeah. We no sooner come in, I ain't kidding you, right? We come in, we landed back on the rooftop, and all of a sudden, 2 A-10s came at low level. They couldn't have been any more than 1,500 feet AGL, and they just come flying in, swooping what seemed like just a couple hundred yards out from the hospital. I'm like, holy shit, those guys shoot down tanks. Lord knows what they do to us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But we sat there for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then the controller said, you have permission to leave now. They were after 9/11. Oh, my God. But yeah. They looked angry.
Oh, yeah. How true it is, but I remember there was stories about some of the F-16 pilots that were scrambled to protect DC, and they said that every one of them was unarmed.
Really?
Yeah. That doesn't make sense. I don't know that it's true. It was on the news, and there was one of the pilots that they did an interview with, and it was a female, and her plane and her wingman, or she was the wingman for the other pilot. They were tasked to go look for that Flight 93.
Right.
And the orders were to take it down by any means possible, which means, according to the pilot, and that's why I think maybe it was true, because this pilot was saying it. Her thought was, the only thing I got to take down that plane is my own plane.
Yeah.
And but anyway, I guess as it turned out, Flight 93 took itself down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the help of the passengers. And thank goodness for that.
Yeah.
I mean, God bless the passengers that stopped it, but have you guys seen videos from?
Sorry about this, guys, but I'm gonna
See
I'm
you,
gonna
Dominic. Have a great
go to
night.
bed. I'm really fading fast here.
Yeah, it looked like you were beginning to fade, brother.
Yeah, I was just trying to wait for a nice little spot to say goodbye. I didn't want to over chat or.
Roger that. Well, you have a good night, brother. Get you some good sleep.
Oh well,
Thanks
I'll
for
see you
being here
soon.
and for the great conversation about lyrics.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So, when I was on the USS Towers, this was back in the 70s, mid 70s. We were out doing some testing on a new radar.
Right.
And we had two F4 Phantoms. This was before the F-14. Well, the F-14s were out, but we were still using F4 Phantoms too. We had one fly in front of the ship. I mean, at basically at ground level. The bow of our ship, the bullnose of our ship was, I believe, 35 foot above the water. and this F4 comes right by it. I mean, he had to have been 35 foot, and he was, whew, and then another one flew directly over us, and this one was at supersonic speed, and about a mile out, you could hear him coming. And it was like, whoom, 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 and it just got louder every time he flew over, and you could just see the water parting. And he was like 100 foot.
Wow.
And he flew directly over the ship. And when he went over the ship, that sonic boom just shook the whole ship, man. It was like crazy.
Yeah.
I remember we used to get sonic booms in Terre Haute, Indiana, where I grew up. When in the maybe late 60s, mid 60s, I don't know. But there was a time that eventually they stopped that. I don't know how they stopped that. But it used to be that they chose that area to.
Friends of mine in Rapid City, they're retired military, but they at Ellsworth Air Force Base in Rapid City was it there? And I think the other one place is in Texas, maybe, or the only two places they house the B-1 bomber. And I got a tour of the B-1 inside and out. Oh, wow. That's a mean looking machine.
Mm.
B-1 is going to be replaced by the B-22, I believe. And that's it's coming up in another year or two. But you hear that thing coming from miles away. It's kind of cool there at Rapid City Air Force, or the Ellsworth. They have a steel, I don't know what you would call it, like platform that comes up out of the ground behind the airplane itself. So when it goes to depart from the tarmac, it's like solid steel plate that comes up out of the ground, and then the plane takes off. Apparently it throws out so much thrust and heat.
Wow.
It's amazing. But yeah, that B-22, I think it is. It's coming. That's when they're saying Rapid City, South Dakota, is going to become like so popular. They're supposed to bring in like thousands of jobs and housing. And
when my son got married, his wife's my daughter-in-law's father was a preacher at a church there by Whitman Air Force Base. In fact, it was right at the end of the runway, probably about a half a mile from the end of the runway. And that's where all the B-2s are at.
Mm.
And that was the first time I'd ever seen one in real life, man. And those things, pretty cool.
Yeah,
pretty cool. So, well, Mike, I'm going to share something from Copper State, and I'm sure it's 7 minutes long, but it looks like it might be interesting. We may not share all of it, but we'll at least share some of it. I'm going to.
Oh my goodness. It was a windy day.
Echo entering this time, traveling south to north on 2 turns in the Monroe and then tradition of any 5 past. Target North Kirby.
So I take it Mike didn't capture this with the drone.
Huh?
I
What was
take
that?
Mike did not capture this with a drone.
No, I don't think he did. So that's an F-15 Eagle right there.
yeah.
Can you imagine piloting one of those things?
Oh,
Look at that fog. The contrail.
wow.
Wow, look at that.
And that parking lot there, you've got TV mode. I've got 2 vehicles breaking out as white
Did he send that to you, or is that public, Rodney?
He sent it to me. I hope it's okay to share. It's on YouTube.
Okay. That's amazing stuff. How was this captured?
Thanks for showing my pictures, Rodney. Drone Life RC. Good morning, Chris.
Hey, Chris. This looks like a stationary platform. Whoa.
He's making a joke. Oh man, an osprey.
Mm. You know, the funny thing about that, even like on a bright sunny day, you'd be setting your ISO up high because you want your shutter speeds to be super fast. You catch that movement.
Gracious piece. What kind of camera did this?
That's some good pictures there.
Yeah, I guess so.
This is what it's about.
You know, I was wondering what that sound was. It sounded like it was gunfire, but it's somebody taking pictures.
Yeah.
Oh,
LFA7 traffic, jungle 21, flight of 3515 Echo, entering LFA7, 500 feet, 500 knots, 20 nautical miles, south of the Monroe.
Ron Sony does that, doesn't it, Ron? When you go to burst mode, when it takes those pictures.
We have those fly over the base all the time. Some even land there. Wow, that's a good one. 130.
Amazing.
Traffic 701 flight of 2C130 is 500 AGL, entering the loop in approximately 8 nautical miles.
Chris, it's Mock Loop Americans. I think is the channel.
And page 67, single Charlie 130, exiting the Mach loop this time.
Oh, this is not a Copper State aerial video.
Yeah, no, it's not a Copper State. He was just scaring us.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how they got those shots, but they sure did a wonderful job.
They sure did. Look at that. Look,
Wow.
can you imagine sitting in the back of one of those things looking out with your legs hanging over? Not me.
Hush.
I mentioned my brother Gary in my live stream this morning. He was in the Air Force.
So,
He
Mock
was a
Loop Americans, I think, is the name of the channel.
well. Thanks for sharing.
Oh, okay, okay. Hang on.
Pretty incredible.
Let me. Okay, Mock Loop Americans is the title, and it's DAFYDD Phillips is the channel. So if you go to the link is in the chat. So if you're interested.
Rodney, I'm fading fast. I'm going to have to get some rest.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm afraid I'm in Dom's department now.
All right. Yeah. When I woke up this morning, I was feeling really tired, but I'm not feeling that now. So
I was feeling really good, but I guess I'm drained now from all that activity. So
yeah. So
Dennis,
anyway, you have a great day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
yeah,
all right.
Dennis,
Take care.
too, isn't it?
Say that again, Ron.
Your trip is next month as well, correct?
Yeah, I'm within a day, or I don't remember who's leaving first, but you and I are both traveling about the same time.
Cool.
Yeah.
We'll have to connect.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see you guys.
Rest.
Bye-bye.
Oh, Mela asks a question. Says, what are those planes that are sitting on the runway by Hangar 1? One is an A6 Intruder, and the other one is an F-14 Tomcat. And there was an old Blue Angel F-18 that was sitting there at one time. I don't know where it's gone, but anyway. Brother Bob Casey, good morning and welcome to the chat.
That's what I'm trying to find, Rodney, is my Blue Angel pictures. I'm looking into my Google Photos. Can't find them. But when I was living in California, we used to go to Fleet Week at the San Francisco Bay.
Yeah.
And I got some really good shots of the Blue Angels, and I can't seem to find them.
Yeah, I went there, and then during the first Gulf War, they declared themselves a sanctuary city for deserters, and I quit going.
Yeah.
How can you celebrate Fleet Week and then make yourself a sanctuary city for deserters?
Yeah.
So the only time I ever went to San Francisco after that was if I had to drive through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
What couple fun times that I did have in San Francisco. One of them was we went to Pier 36, and it's actually pretty cool. That's where we were actually we had where my buddy's boat was docked. Well, we went to this. There's so many like arcades there, and one of the funnest arcades ever was it was a 5D or 7D theater, and it puts you in these seats, and you got these goggles, and they give you guns, and you have zombies that come up, and the seats move around, and wind blows, and it's like so realistic. I felt like a 6-year-old.
Oh, wow.
Just shooting up all these zombies. And I think I just found the picture too. Where the heck did it go? Oh, it was hilarious. Yeah, it was good time. No, I agree with you, Rodney. It's oh, here it is. Yeah, kind of hard to see, but whoop, there we are sitting in this theater.
Oh,
Yeah, with our zombie guns and.
that's pretty cool.
Quick way to go from your 40s into 12.
Yeah.
At least mentally, anyhow. Yeah.
So Mela said that the F-18 is still there. It's just behind the hangar. So, but yeah, she's talking about. We have 3 planes on the base, and they're very old planes. They're not functional anymore. They just move them around and use them for like radar testing and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Well, if you ever come this way, Rodney, I'll take you over to the Air Force Base in Rapid City. They have tours over there, and then you can actually do. It's a deactivated one, but it's a missile silo. But it was previously used, but it's been deactivated now. But they actually take you downstairs.
Wow, that would be cool to see.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. But yeah.
Well, Ron, I'm going to go ahead and call this one, buddy.
All right, bud. You fading too?
No, actually, I just need to get some work done.
Yeah.
I keep for the past 2-3 weekends, I've been saying I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and I never end up doing it.
I know. I've been that. That's one of the reasons, especially during this time of year, you don't see me on YouTube much. It's like, you know what? I got stuff to do outside, and it's not getting done if I sit on here on the computer. And
yeah,
I don't know how some people do it. There's certain people's on YouTube that you see them on there for days and hours. Like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
In the winter when the weather's crappy and cold, sure. But I'd rather be outside. So
yeah.
But we'll have a good weekend, brother.
All right, you too. And if I don't get to talk to you again before you leave, have a safe trip. Have fun.
Hold on one second. Oh shoot. No, it'll be the Sunday I land in Alaska on the 25th.
Of this month?
Next month.
Next month?
Yeah. I was going to say, if you were doing a live stream, I'd jump on with you and show you around Petersburg.
Oh, okay.
But you do your Saturday. Yeah, I leave on the 24th. Fly out. I get up there in the afternoon on the 25th. Hey, there's always those last minute live streams that you do every once in a while. Hey, I'll call you.
Yeah. Let's see. So let me get to the calendar here. So the 23rd, me and B-Rad are going to be heading towards Minefield.
Oh.
And Minefield's on the 24th and 25th, I believe.
Oh, so you'll be busy.
Yeah. You never know. I might go live.
Yeah.
But it would be with my phone more than likely.
Yeah.
So
then I'm in phone contact 25, 26 in the morning of 27. And then I'm off the grid for 7 days after that.
Yeah. I remember last time you went to Australia, you were Alaska. You were out of pocket. So
yeah.
Frank Drone Shots. Jody says to say hi to his sister in Alaska.
Oh, where's she at? It's a big state.
Yeah.
Oh.
Copper State, I'd actually like to come out to Arizona one time.
You never been to Arizona?
I've been through it. I've been through it a couple of times.
It's beautiful. And he can confirm this, but just it's the first place I learned to ski. God, what was the name of the mountain? But I went up there. I was skiing in a T-shirt. It was so warm, but there was like a 6-foot base of snow.
Wow.
And this girl in a bright fluorescent orange bikini with nylons on was skiing. I'm like, oh God, I'm going to learn this sport. And I kept trying to chase her and I kept falling down. She went by me about 9 times.
Frank said, or Jody says she's in Anchorage.
Anchorage. Oh, I was in Anchorage last June. Matter of fact, a month ago or a year ago this month. Yeah. But anywho, well, Rodney, have a great weekend, and
you too, brother.
We'll catch up to you another day.
All righty. Have a good one.
Take care. Bye-bye.
You too. All right, everybody in the chats. Thank you for being in the chats. Do appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget tomorrow morning, the Sunday Sunrise Crew, weather permitting, of course, starting with Drone Psyche in New York, coming back to me here in Virginia, then moseying on down to Georgia with Dennis Lovelady. And then we'll head over to the great state of Texas with Chris Hope. And then following Chris Hope will be Johnny Drone Flyer with Drones and Coffee. Thanks again for watching. Do appreciate it. Have a great weekend. Love y'all. Bye now.